January 25th, 2024 school board meeting. Would you please join us for a moment of silence? Thank you. We're going to have the Pledge of Allegiance with Scarf leading.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands.
Thank you. We have before us an agenda. Do you have any changes?
Move to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second. Discussion. Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Vandervoort,
Yes.
Ms. Brogdon,
Yes.
Mr. Haley,
Yes.
Mr. Chadwick,
Yes.
Mr. Underwood,
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Motion carries. Next, we have approval of the minutes for the previous meetings. And there are going to be minutes from December the 14th, December the 19th, and there's an addition that you might want to take a second to review from January 22nd. That's addition that was not in the email.
No.
We're doing each one separately.
Are there, well, I guess if there are any changes that
Well,
need to be
I have,
made or,
I have something on motion 2495. Clarification. Page of the motion.
It's the third number one.
It's in the like that. Explanation was I was not opposed to broadcasting them. My opposition, the reason why I voted no was I brought this up in the meeting and I thought it'd be best to broadcast them after all the interviews were complete. It looks like I was voting no on broadcasting them.
Move to approve with Mr. Chadwick's amendment.
I don't think that was an amendment.
Just a clarification.
Move to approve with the clarification.
I'll second the motion.
have a motion to approve.
1 minute on the 22nd. I
Okay.
want to finish that. I went back and
Okay.
made its correction. I was trying to figure out what was added and I couldn't figure it out, but that explains it.
Okay.
Thanks.
So is the motion for all three sets
Yes, ma'am.
with the clarification that Mr. Chadwick made, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Vandervoort,
Yes.
Ms. Brogdon,
Yes.
Mr. Haley,
Yes.
Mr. Chadwick,
Yes.
Mr. Underwood,
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Carries. Our next item was public comment on actual items, and I don't believe there are any signups to speak. Thank you. Next on our agenda, we have staff and school recognitions.
My recognition tonight, I believe, Mr. Albright is going to cover that, so I'm going to let him do that. But I also wanted to let everybody know this is School Board Appreciation Week, and needless to say, I'm behind the 8 ball on that one, so we'll celebrate that maybe next week. But anyway, the good news, I can't share publicly, but we did get our school designation list this week for preview, and so I will be able to share that with you, I believe February the 1st, and I'm really proud of what we've accomplished.
We have student board representatives.
Hello, I'm thrilled to be back to report Red Hawk happening. At Creekwood, we have enjoyed our time off with break and winter weather, yet we are excited to be back in full swing for semester 2. Starting with academics, tutoring is offered in English, social studies, math, science, and ACT prep after school Monday through Thursday. For the second 9 weeks, the freshman class had the highest attendance percentage. Additionally, a Tennessee Promise meeting for seniors will take place on February 12th. The dual enrollment meeting for upcoming juniors is tonight at 6 p.m. in the Creekwood Auditorium. Also, the work-based learning applications have opened up for rising seniors for the 2024-2025 school year. Now with sports. Our cheer squad will travel to Walt Disney World to compete nationally in February. We have 6 regular season basketball games left for this season. Our basketball homecoming game is Tuesday, February 6th. We will recognize our King, Jamison Ford, and Queen Maria Clayton. Each grade will perform their very own dance routine at the pep rally that day, along with a halftime performance. Basketball's next game is tomorrow night at home against Sycamore. Our boys and girls have been performing well this season, with senior night coming up on February 8th. Overall, our bowling teams have had a special season. The Lady Red Hawk Bowling Squad are the District 12 champions, Region 6 runner-ups, and sectional champions. They are one of 8 teams in the state left competing, and they start the state tournament today. With the individual state tournament, junior Gabby Mann received 4th place, and freshman Riley Akins received 6th place. Additionally, Gabby Mann was recognized as a finalist for TWSAA's Miss Bowler for the 2023-2024 season. Our boys bowling team earned the Region 6 championship title as well as a sectional win, advancing them to the state tournament today as well. Our baseball squad is finishing up winter training as the first official day of the season is quickly approaching. Our CW wrestling program received many achievements at the Ariel Rojas Invitational at Sycamore High School. Stone Grove and Kanaya Williams received first place in their respective division, while Maya Michio was awarded best match of the day for girls. Track and field athletes have begun workouts on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday of each week in preparation for the upcoming season. Time trials tryouts will be held on February 8th. With clubs, our youth leadership students will travel to the UT Extension office on Monday, January 29th for Community Connections Day, in which they will learn the work done to sustain a successful community. Also, the student government application for next school year has opened as well, so students can get a head start to their future. The CWHS Performing Arts program have been working hard as they are putting on their very own production of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. In addition, our Hawks Nest Press students will be curating the shirts for the play. Our STEAMX robotics students submitted a proposal to NASA's Tech Rise Student Challenge in October. They were challenged to develop a science or technology experiment for a NASA flight vehicle. We are proud to announce Creekwood was one of the 30 teams selected across the country as a finalist with their lunar mapping and object detector to be installed in the flight box compartment in NASA's rocket-powered lander. With this, NASA will launch Creekwood's lunar mapping prototype into space to gather data. Then CWHS STEAMX will receive the data to analyze it in order to improve their project. Throughout this process, our students will work with NASA engineers and coders. They also receive $1,500 from NASA to assist in the development of the prototype. With all that being said, we are excited to see what is ahead for Creekwood throughout the third 9 weeks. Let's go Red Hawks. Thank you.
Whitney.
Good evening, school board members. It's great to see you all tonight after that fantastic snow break. In academics, the ACT is being offered February 10th for students who have signed up, and parent-teacher conferences are February 5th. Teachers and administration are preparing for registration for the upcoming school year. February 8th is 8th grade registration information night, and their CTE tours at the high school will be February 15th. Registration follows on February 20th, where upcoming seniors, juniors, and sophomores will register in homeroom, while the incoming freshmen will register after school. On the topic of registration, several programs at the high school are beginning to open applications for next year. These programs include clinical internships for our health science classes, work-based learning for our rising juniors and seniors, Dickson County Youth Leadership, Yearbook, and a new program called Service Learning. Service Learning is a new program that will take the place of our office workers and will teach students the importance of leadership. The DCHS Educator Hall of Fame induction and dinner will be this Saturday, January 22nd. Our DC Honor Band has a concert at Dickson Middle School on February 3rd at 11 a.m. In sports, DCHS track, boys soccer, baseball, and softball are all in preseason for their sports and will prepare for games in the future. Wrestling Senior Night is tonight, and in lieu of a gate fee, donations will be accepted for the Dickson County Help Center because Jalen Harper had a passion to help house the community. DCHS sophomore Leah Taylor will be singing the national anthem tonight. The girls bowling team had individual competitions yesterday, and the team competed in the state tournament today. They won today, and Emily Fuller bowled a perfect game. They are advancing to the quarterfinals tomorrow. In other news, the dance team recently announced that there will be a tryout informational meeting on March 4th. Similarly, the DCHS cheer team has also announced that they will hold an interest meeting for the 24-25 season on March 8th. Our cheer team is also traveling to the UCA NHSCC Nationals in Orlando, Florida in 2 weeks. So if you see a DC cheerleader, make sure to wish them good luck. The DCHS men's and women's basketball teams are well into their season. The grand opening of the gym was January 5th, and both teams rang in a win against West Creek. Due to inclement weather in the past week, lots of the games have been rescheduled. DCHS will now have home basketball games on January 27th, 29th, and 30th, and February 3rd and 9th. Coming home will now be at 4:30 on February 3rd, and basketball senior night will be on the 9th. We hope you can all make it out to some of these events to see for yourself all the amazing things that DCHS students are doing.
Thank you very much for those reports. You have a comment?
So when you bowl a perfect game, how many strikes in a row is that?
I think the score was 300.
300.
12 strikes.
Is it 12 strikes in a row? That's
13.
pretty impressive.
It was really incredible.
13.
10 frames and 2 extras.
It's to a 12. Yeah.
Well,
3 and 10 frames. I think it's 13.
that's a lot of strikes in a row.
Holy experts here. You can't throw that many strikes in the major leagues.
I usually get the gutter guards when I go.
Next, we have on our agenda under staff reports, curriculum and instruction.
Yes, on March the 12th, secondary would like to request that it be a high school only virtual day. That is an ACT retake for juniors, and also sophomores may take the SVAB on March the 12th. That'll be a regular scheduled day for all the rest of the county, but both of the high schools are requesting that that be a virtual day for the students not involved in the test.
So elementary will go, middle school will go. The high schoolers the day before will get everything downloaded at the school, so there won't be any need for any kind of internet at home, right? Okay.
Any idea what the numbers of, is it the retake? So I think the last one we did, all juniors took it as a retake. Any idea about how many will be taking it?
It's
Okay.
But this is the junior.
So it's all the juniors. Thank you.
And sophomores, they asked for it. Make a motion to approve.
Second motion.
Motion to approve high school virtual day on March the 12th and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Vanderboard,
Yes.
Ms. Brogdon,
Yes.
Mr. Haley,
Yes.
Mr. Chadwick,
Yes.
Mr. Underwood,
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Motion carries. Next, we have discussion on elementary brain pop usage.
Yes. We had a parent that requested to talk about brain pop and some of the items on it. And so they didn't show up tonight, which is fine. But I did want to talk just a little bit about, we've had brain pop for approximately 10 years. We use it in grades 3 through 8. Teachers use the videos to meet the state standards. All videos are previewed prior to being shown in the classroom. Any videos that we deem inappropriate can be blocked, and we do have several that are blocked. They manage all the articles that go with the videos. They use quizzes that go with these videos as well, and they're all checked prior to their usage. Ms. Adams, can you think of anything else that we?
Summers to, bring. And bring to.
We just wanted to give you a little FYI on that.
How much does that cost?
3,800.
For each school?
Goes to the students, but it doesn't come through here at, but I did talk to some.
Or can they get on it at home with their computers? If you log up Brain Pop, it'll pull up on my computer.
Do the filters follow them at home? Do you know that?
Yeah.
Okay. So if they're blocked at school, they're blocked also at home.
You have third graders and eighth graders, but some things are fine for eighth graders. They're standards, but the third grade. I can block and something.
So reading up on some of that, one of the questions I had is if a principal chooses to block from an age appropriate and has that ability, does each principal block different things or are they kind of consistent with each other? Do y'all share that back and forth or? Thank you.
We obviously have parent concern, and that's why we're talking about it. Did we make the parent happy by blocking the videos and everything? Okay.
Yes, once we explained that we had that ability and where they were from, they were required to teach certain curriculums, and in our state we are not, and so that was the issue. It wasn't that they found something inappropriate here.
Right.
They had come from a different state, and so they have different guidelines than Tennessee. I just want to make you aware of that.
Sounds like a very useful tool, and I'm glad we have it. So.
Thank you, Ms. Beard.
Thank you.
Good job.
Next on our agenda, we have finance, the monthly financial reports.
If you look at our financial report, you'll see that everything is in good standing. We are slightly lower in our budget percentages as of at the same time last year, which is a good thing in most everything. So any questions on that? Ms. Linda, I know, would be glad to answer them.
Have any questions? About Fund 141? Any questions on 142?
Just to clarify the fund balance on 141, we got 34,000. That's correct. Am I looking at it correctly? 141, bottom of the page. Yeah, 34, what did I say? 34,000? 34 million, sorry. I'm not used to looking at that. That's 34 million, sorry. That's our balance, correct? Didn't want to make news here.
Budget at this point, it's a little over 7 million.
Yes, perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
Have any other questions?
Make a motion to approve the monthly report.
A motion to approve the monthly reports and a second.
Second.
Mr. Haley. Any other questions or discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Vanderbilt,
Yes.
Ms. Brogdon,
Yes.
Mr. Haley,
Yes.
Mr. Chadwick,
Yes.
Mr. Underwood,
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Motion carries.
The second item that I just wanted to bring to your attention, we do have a draft in your packet of our yearly audit. And what I wanted you to see is about the top of the page where it says there were no significant findings noted during the audit period. So I just wanted to congratulate our accounting and finance department on doing a great job. I don't know that we've had that in many, many years, and I'm just really proud of them. So good job, Ms. Frazier, and we will be getting the final and everything for that.
Can I collect those back from y'all since it's a draft?
Let's see right here.
Yes.
3B2, those 2 pages. Scribbled on mine, sorry.
Thank you. Next on the agenda, we have maintenance.
A week or so ago, we got a report from with some issues with a boiler at Van Leer Elementary, that the boiler was going to go out. One of them had already gone out. The second one was going out, and me being fearful that we're fixing to have no heat in that building. And as of last week, the weather of last week, I called Ms. Brogdon and I said, I think we've got an emergency. Would it be okay if we go ahead and get this ordered so that hopefully we can eliminate some frozen issues that are going on? So she made the executive decision. Yes, we could. They offered us 2 options in the quote. Option 1 was $198,500. That would replace both boilers. The one that was totally down and the one that is limping along, as Mr. Clifton says. The option 2 would only replace the one. And so I made a decision for $21,000 to replace both of them so that would not be an issue in the future. And I just wanted to update you and make you aware of this, that Ms. Brogdon and I had made that decision just because we did not want that building to be pretty major. Luckily, it is still limping along, but they are in process today of tearing down the one that is broken and to get that replaced. Yes, just recognition of that. Acknowledgement of that.
Make a motion to acknowledge.
We have a motion to acknowledge the purchase. And a second by Mr. Chadwick. Discussion.
I was just gonna say, I think as the executive committee between the chairman and the director, I think y'all 100% made the right decision on that. So I just support the decision that y'all made to do that.
Thank you. Call vote, please.
Mr. Vandervoort,
Yes.
Ms. Brogdon.
Yes.
Mr. Haley,
Yes.
Mr. Chadwick,
Yes.
Mr. Underwood,
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Motion carries. Next on the agenda, we have human resources.
As you can see, we have several hires and transfers. We did hire all of our third grade educational assistants, and I believe Ms. Adams stated that she was very pleased with the group. They received some training on January the 3rd, and she was very impressed with the quality that we found, because we had worried that we might not be able to fill those. So we felt very fortunate, and that program is up and running.
Question.
Uh-huh.
Why is like the second grade teacher here is an interim teacher instead of a full-time? And there's one back here, I think, in fifth grade that's an interim. Are we not able to hire them
If you're hired after August the 1st, you're always in.
all with interim? Thank you.
Have any other questions?
We had one retirement. For 16
Yes.
years. Thanks to that person, to Mr. Cochran. Yes.
We have transportation.
We are trying to wrap up our ESSER funds, and one of the things that we would like to recommend is, let me get this straight. Is it 6, Melissa? 5, okay. 5 additional buses. This is actually buses that we need for next year, and it's going to take next year before we can even get them in. But we have to obligate the money now, and so Ms. Garden has recommended these 5 buses. They are gas-powered buses versus diesel. She'd like to try that and see how that goes. If you have any questions on that recommendation, I'm sure Ms. Garten would be glad to answer that.
Gasoline.
There's 7.3 Godzilla. You being a diesel mechanic, you know what the emissions are pretty good.
It says it includes cameras and two-way radios. Say that one more time.
$658,000.
That is ESSER funds.
Yes.
That's what we're using that with, right?
Yes.
Not budget money.
Move to approve.
Second.
We have a motion to approve the purchase of 5 school buses with ESSER funds, and a second from Mr. Haley. Any discussion? Mr. Parker?
So currently set up with your vendors and to do warranty work and everything like that. Who warranties this?
Bluebird,
Where are they located at?
Central States and Same one that does our transit. Bluebird.
Currently, as far as your engines right now, though, you currently can get people to come to you to get them fixed.
We don't do that, we in-house.
Okay.
We pull them out, put them back in, repair it, I mean, you don't send them out.
And y'all plan on retraining your guys to work on these?
Bluebird does, they have a week's training. And we're already fixing our white fleet, which some of those are pretty much the same.
Any other questions?
I just want to make sure it's exactly what you want. Is it what you want?
I wanna try them. A lot of districts right now are going to gas and propane because of the emissions that's fixing to change, and with the extra money, we're getting them. And
and I've talked to every county around us that has bought them, and they've been very happy. I actually think Mr. Andrews got one in his truck. So, we want to try them.
If you want to try them, I support you. I don't like it.
We've bought diesel all these years, but this would be a good time to try them.
That's all I got, Ms. Brogdon.
Okay. Any other questions? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Vandervoort,
Yes.
Ms. Brogdon,
Yes.
Mr. Haley,
Yes.
Mr. Chadwick,
Yes.
Mr. Underwood,
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
I went ahead and told him up front, so there you go.
Okay, next we have student services.
Again, I'm not, anyway, I sent to you all the different field trips. You don't have to approve all of them, but the top ones. The top one is a trip to Orlando, Florida with the UCA cheer team. It's in February, the 8th through the 12th. The other ones are just different competitions. That is, it doesn't have to be approved by the board, but I did want you to see them. I did approve them. The DMS, DCS mid-state band competition, because of the weather, it has changed. It's now today and tomorrow and the next day. So, but anyway, those are all the different field trips. The one to Orlando is the one that we'll need your approval on.
This one here for the 8th. Is that already done, or is that the one?
That's the one, the 2/8 to 2/12, February the 8th.
I've got one here that says 1/8.
Okay, which,
Mr. Logan.
oh yes, that's, you don't have to approve that one.
Today.
That was his request date.
Yeah.
The event's March 6th to March 9th.
We don't have to approve this one?
It's not out of state, it's just to let you know that.
It's 3 nights.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Yeah. March 6th through the 9th. So where are they staying? At the Chattanooga Convention Center?
Yes.
And we don't have to approve that because they're not out of state?
Yeah.
Thank you.
A motion to approve the DMS UCA a cheer national request.
We have a motion to approve the DMS UCA Cheer National trip. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Parker. Any other discussion? Mr. Chadwick?
So cheerleading is expensive.
Those parents agree with you, I'm sure. Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Vandervoort,
Yes.
Ms. Brogdon,
Yes.
Mr. Haley,
Yes.
Mr. Chadwick,
Yes.
Mr. Underwood,
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yep.
Motion carries.
Again, using our ESSER money, the next, it's a halo vape detectors. Dr. Collin, would you like to talk about that one?
These are vape detectors for our secondary schools, so all 4 middle schools, both high schools and NDA. They'll go in the bathrooms. They detect vape. They detect THC. They also have the ability to detect like a rise in noise, which might indicate a fight. Some specific words that they can pull out. They're not videoing, not audio recording anything, so they're completely legal in that aspect. But they will send a message to an app that the administrators or SROs have on their phones and let them know if that detects any vape or any THC or any of the other things. And then they can respond immediately to those bathrooms, pull up cameras outside of the bathrooms or whatever they need to do to help deter that from students.
Again, this is ESSER money. As I said earlier, we are trying to wind down our ESSER spending, and this is something that, I don't know if you saw the news last night, but they were actually talking about other counties getting these. So I was kind of surprised that we were gonna be included. It wasn't about our county, it was one some of those surrounding counties.
All of our middle school principals requested this. We've had long discussions about it. And through our ESSER funding and the clean air and all that goes into what's required from ESSER funding, we'll be able to pay for those with the ESSER dollars. Mr. Van Wart?
So it can sense THC, can sense other vape products. I understand that, but I guess I'm just trying to get clear. You said it can detect and it listens. Did I understand that correctly? It can listen.
It can detect a rise in noise. So it just overall, like if there was a fight and there was a sudden rise in noise, it can detect that and send that alert to the app.
But it not words, I guess.
There are specific words you can program in for it to detect, but it's not listening as far as like a recording or, it's not a audio recording capabilities. It just, you can type in like safe words or that kind of thing if you choose to do that as an administrator.
So in some ways, it could be a listening device. I'm just trying to get clear.
Right.
What we're going to be installing.
Does it just send a signal?
It just sends, yes.
It doesn't send a recording. It's just a signal to the office that someone might need to check this back.
Gotcha.
Right.
It's not doing any audio recording.
Right. Okay.
What's it look like?
Looks kind of like a little smoke detector.
Have we tested it?
We have not tested them in Dickson County, no, but other counties around us have them and have seen good results from those.
I understand this correctly, we're going to be paying $123 a year per detector, and we're getting 110 of them.
Approximately 110, and then that $123 a year is the license fee for the detector, yes.
So $13,000 every year we're going to have to pay for these detectors.
Yes.
What is the, how long will they last?
They have a 5-year warranty on them, and they also have a, where they're tamper. So if a student tries to tamper with it, it sends out an alarm so that they can't break them or that kind of thing.
Having a problem with,
Yes.
are we having a problem with the vaping in
Absolutely,
the
yes.
school bathrooms?
Yes.
I know we are on the bus. I didn't know about the schools.
I guess it just gives me pause because
It's a spoken keyword that you preload. That's why it's not an auto recording.
okay. So it's kind of like if there was a boom or something like that. Okay. Because that's, we're giving up a little bit of, if it's able to, well, we're giving up a lot if it's able to listen. And that'd be my concern is just,
Dr. Marvin, you have anything you want to add?
I think that Dr. Collins and I were on a webinar with these people, and it is not, I guess it's not listening per se as to record your words, but if you type in, and you don't have to use that feature on that, but if you type in a word, fight, and it hears that, then it sends the same message it would send to the app, to administrators saying, just to alert them, if someone in the bathroom says, hey, they're about to fight, then that would send that, they hear that word, but you have to type that word in. You don't have to let it send words at all.
It gives the example of help, if a student was, in a situation where they felt like they needed an administrator, then they could say help, and it would pick that up if you program that in.
Watched on these things and they're amazing, and we probably should have had them years ago, just a cost thing. But to address the name, it's what I read about is kind of described like talking to your device to say, hey, and a word, it will kick it up. It will send it out. But if I said it in here, everybody's phone will go off, so I'm not going to say it.
Yes.
Kind of the same approach. It listens for a keyword. Motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve the Halo vape detectors.
Second.
Second by Mr. Parker. Further discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Vanderhort,
Yes.
Ms. Brogdon,
Yes.
Mr. Haley,
Yes.
Mr. Chadwick,
Yes.
Mr. Underwood,
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, last month I brought to you, an updated DHA list, and I'm bringing it to you again because since last month, we've had, Jessica Alberson to resign, and she's going to become a dean of students. So it's a very good opportunity for her, but she was also, a vital part of our DHA process and list. We have distributed her duties to other members of the behavioral team. We've done enough shifting for this year. We've got it covered, but we did need to add some additional people to be able to do DHAs. And so I ask that you recommend this list, this updated list.
Have any discussion?
Motion to approve the recommendations.
A motion to approve the recommendations for the DHA members.
Second.
Second by Mr. Haley. Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Vanderhort,
Yes.
Ms. Brogdon,
Yes.
Mr. Haley,
Yes.
Mr. Chadwick,
Yes.
Mr. Underwood,
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Our next item is, an academic calendar for this, year 2025-26. So it is not this next year, but the year after that. Mr. Haley, let me know a month or so ago that normally in January you have this presented to the board, and so I got to work on that. I brought it before our executive committee, I'm going to call them that, with a couple of options. And this is the exact same calendar that we had in 2014 and 2015. Even with all the different options that I presented with them, they still like this one the best. It does meet all the requirements as required by the state. And so here is an updated calendar. I do want to point out we obviously do not have the homecoming for the two high schools at that time, but we can fill that in later.
Is fall break in the same spot?
Yes, sir.
Typically, what we'll do on this, if my memory serves me, correct me if I'm wrong, but is we'll put it out for us to look over. We'll also post it on the website for anybody that has public input. And then we would get that back before we actually finally approved it.
Okay.
I think there'll be the normal, we won't be off all Thanksgiving week and give up half the break for the fall. It seems to be a common discussion, but the general 9-week on, 2-week off is kind of what we stuck with. But I would recommend that we at least have the public input time period, take this review, and I guess would be proper to divert the next month or.
Sure. That'll be fine. We'll have that. We'll get that on the website. The last is the paid parental leave policy that Ms. Hall has been working on, to include our support people in this. I think we've talked about this a couple of times, and so she has updated the policy to include all the things that you requested. And of course, you know, you have to approve it twice, so this would be on first reading.
Have any questions about the policy?
You've got qualified full-time employee. That means every full-time employee that we have, correct? Is Right. Are we gonna have a definition of that so they
It's at the
know
bottom.
that a qualified full-time employee is all of them?
Preceding 12 consecutive months.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. So a qualified full-time employee is anybody that works full-time for us, correct? I just wanted a definition of that before I approved it.
I think,
Yes.
I think a full-time employee can be someone we hired yesterday, but one that will qualify for this policy has to be with us for 12 months. Is that, am I saying that right?
That is correct.
Okay, thank you.
Because that's when line 18 and 19.
Well, that's what I was reading, and it starts out a qualified full-time employee of Dickson County who has been employed. I wanted to make sure I understood, or that it's understood that a qualified employee is anybody that is full-time with our school system. And I just wanted a definition for that. Thank you.
Any other questions? Mr. Cadwick?
Approve. Motion. Approve. On first reading.
I'll second it.
We have a motion to approve the paid parental leave policy on first reading and a second by Mr. Vandervoort. Any other discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Vandervoort,
Yes?
Ms. Brogdon,
Yes?
Mr. Haley,
Yes.
Mr. Chadwick,
Yes.
Mr. Underwood,
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Motion carries. Next, we have on the agenda the Director of School Search. And I just want to remind everyone about Monday night, January 29th at 6 p.m., we will conduct the second round of interviews. And on February the 1st, after the legislative dinner, we will have a special session concerning the Director of School Search. It starts at 7:30.
Will the interviewing order set, has that been determined yet? Whenever you get that, would you email it out to us just so we can be prepared coming in?
Out of curiosity, how we're doing that.
I think they're all going to be here at the same time.
Sure. Well,
And it's not set questions. You can ask
Right.
whatever question you prefer.
but as far as order.
That's what
Okay.
I'll get an order and email you
Okay.
out.
Do you think they'll all be, are we going, is two of them going to be in the back while we interview one?
Yes.
Question.
Any other questions?
I guess what I'm asking is, how are we determining who will go first and who will go second?
I'll draw
Random.
names. Yes,
Okay.
we'll do it random.
Gotcha.
Any other questions? Other comments? I didn't know that you did that. Miss Madden?
Well, I'm with Dr. McCord. I did not realize this was National School Board Week, but we do appreciate that you do. We really do. But on that topic, I really hope that if you meet up with the legislator, that you would voice your opinion about the vouchers and what that might do for
Oh, yeah.
education. We really need your support on that. And I also would like to say congratulations to the Lady Red Hawks and the Lady Cougars. They're in the Final Four now. So 2 of the Final Four teams are from Dickson County. So way to go, Dickson County. Outside of academics, we're excelling in sports too. And Dr. McCord, I'm glad you survived your first round of DCA this afternoon.
That was very painless, I'll tell you. Good folks.
Thank you, Miss Madden. We have comments from any board members?
I can't believe we're buying gasoline buses. That's all I got.
I passed out something and as legislative liaison, I dropped something on your tables. Article that appeared in the Tennessean about upcoming legislative bills. And I'm sure there'll be more to come.
Thank you, Mr. Chadwick.
Anybody can access these on the Tennessean website, I think.
Thank you, sir.
Any other comments?
What do you have planned for us after the break? It's not 8 o'clock yet.
Hey, listen, we've had a lot of meetings this month. I think you deserve a short meeting.
I'll say this, more likely than not, Dr. McCord will not be here. If we do our jobs, hopefully in a timely manner, Dr. McCord will not be here for the next meeting.
Maybe not.
And you have done a tremendous job, and I know the board appreciates it. You came in and you kind of took the bull by the horns and drove it forward. So we truly appreciate your efforts and energy and time.
I echo the same.
I want to thank each of y'all with it being school board week. It takes a lot of work to do this job outside of work, outside of your normal jobs and outside of these meetings. So you've done a lot the last couple of months and I appreciate it. Thank you. You have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All right.